I needed to make an impact, yes, in the community.
So what are those positive changes that you're hoping or you're planning to leave behind? Hello dream seekers and game changers, welcome to Founder's Dream. I'm your host Hope, and today we have a remarkable founder whose journey will inspire us all. Let's dive into the dreams that build an empire.
Hello listeners, my name is Zunwena Tivenda, the founder of Zuni Agri-Consultancy.
Mr. Nasasira, you're welcome to Founder's Dream.
Thank you.
We are happy to have you here.
Yeah, me too.
Please say hello to the people.
Yeah, good afternoon everyone. I'm called Nasasira Boerers, and I'm the founder and CEO of Alip Limited. I'm glad to be here, and thank you for the audience.
You're welcome. So, Mr. Nasasira, how do we get to know about your work and what you do to the company? All that.
Yeah, well, as of course the company is called Alip, and it's a digital marketplace. It's a digital platform which is making it easy for people to access factories, wholesalers, distributors, and then people can buy from our platform. Different sellers having their things, create their shops and their stores on our platform, and then we push to the buyers. Then buyers can buy wherever they are, 24/7, 336 days. So every day the platform and person can make a purchase, and then we distribute from the sellers to the buyers. Basically, that's what we do.
So, is Alip an online business or a normal business?
Yeah, well, it is a composure of many things because we are building, of course, an empire, and this is an ecosystem. Different varieties of assemblies. That is now, when someone have a shop on Alip or the store on Alip, then the second thing is again marketing part, which we also do. We see that this person is, generally the traditional way is hard. Having a shop, this person has to attend in the shop and has to do ABC, and then when you come to traditional advertising or marketing, you have to do billboards, you have to do a lot of stuff. These things are hard because you actually, it is expensive and again hard. So what we do for us, when you have first is to register, then after when you register and have your photos, your prices and products on the platform, and then we have another platform which is now the same platform, but the another functionality which is now advertising. You buy ads, and your products which are already on the platform can go on Twitter, can go on Google, can go on Facebook, every platform. This is what we call lead generation. Those people can now become lead, or people who are prospects who are probably going to buy from you. So then when we do that, then there is another part which we are incorporating right now, the point of sale. Like someone has a supermarket, has a shop, and you have to monitor your inventory, the things you have in stock. So that is like you have maybe these chairs, like you have 100 and you've been selling, you may not know the number, but the platform for it will know. And then this point of sale, if it's supermarket, the staff already on the platform, but you can also be on the counter, on the physical now. Point of sale means the physical. So we incorporate that. What the question you said, are we on with the digital? Yes, or even the other one. So now with point of sale, we also have this on point of sale like a supermarket. But again, you have to be connected on the internet so that the data can pick from here. Then when someone makes a purchase, we know in our system that you've reduced to a number. Now you have 10, then the website will warn you that you can now add more numbers. So at the end, it's a bridge between the offline and digital, but basically it's a digital platform which connects now different varieties of vendors.
Wow. So Mr. Boerers, every dream has its beginning.
Yeah.
So can you take us back to the origin? What inspired you? What really made you and you have that mindset and you be like, I want to come up with a company and I name it Alip. So can you take back us to that?
Yeah, well, I think, as human beings, the way we are set, it's from actually the beginning of your young days or early days of your life. You have those childhood ambitions, and I think my childhood ambition was one, actually. I needed to make an impact, yes, in the community. And I used to hear, people on radio, people becoming president, and I'll be like, what are those guys? And I see other people, maybe in the village, doctors, then I see other people in the village who are farmers or even other stuff. I don't mean the farmers is not good here, but I know the normal one, people who are not known. Even you go to the church, they don't know even their names. So it was that kind of, by then I was not much about how really can I make an impact and maybe change the community. But I don't know, before the changing of community was not that, but I was like, how can I become of importance, or someone, my name be mentioned on radio? That was a little bit funny, but it was the beginning. So when now I grew up, I think I was at university, maybe the second year one, someone brought me a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and those stuff, and I read, and I was now starting to know the business, how when you're a student, that book says the A class work for C class, and so there were those things. So I saw that there were also people who are not maybe having good grades, but they're actually hiring other people who have good grades. And then they said the psychology was about admitting that you need to work with a team and make a team. So when I knew that, I said, okay, so if those people who have like Microsoft, like MTN, like Mukwanos, they actually got that knowledge of collaborating with people, that's how they came up with the company. So later on, now I started to think about business. I think when I first graduated in 2014, and then from there, of course, I started to do my business in Kampala, from Chikubo around, and then taking them to Makindi where I was staying, and people were buying. It was something like, normal business. I started a boutique, but the real business of Alipata started when I was in China. I think what spurred, I don't know whether that is what you have another. So what spurred me basically to the beginning of Alipata was, of course, I was a student. Then they asked when I reached China and I wanted to buy bed sheets. And then these people called me. I said they were classmates, and I asked, and it was a Russian, I think, and a Ukrainian guy. So I went there. They said, if you want to buy, I wanted them to take me to the market.
Life-changing moment define our path. So what was the catalyst behind your decide?
Okay. Yeah, I think much of the catalyst could be two things. One, having that moment of going to the ground in the business world here at Chikubo, and I see how things move and I see the problems, because again, Alipata, it's a Swahili word which means he or she has gotten. Alipata is a Swahili word. Alipata means alipata chitabu, alipata pesa, so he has got. Oba muluganda alifuna. So you see, and it comes on that story I told you, that when these people had the bed sheets and stuff, and these people who are buying now, they don't know where they are. So these people had the money, the buyers, but they don't know where to buy. Or sometimes it is hard, or sometimes they are busy at their work. You know, people with money, they're in the offices or at home somewhere. So going there, well, it is really hassle. Some people, they don't. So Alipata is now a ideology or a concept that brings these things from the shops and accessible to these people. So we are creating convenience for people. So Alipata maybe wouldn't have been started if I never had that interaction, to know the problem that there are people who are selling, but they don't know where the buyers are. Then there are buyers, but they don't know where the sellers are. So that is now the first impression I got. Then the second impression, now to make a whole cycle work, was now when I went to China, and that scenario also happened to me, where like now these people, they just have passport, of course passport, you have to have your names and some, because it is really strict there, and then the bank card, of course, to get my financial, where the money comes from, and pay. So those are the things I took, and I was in their room. You get, I never left that room, I never went there, and I bought. So when I saw how the money went and my things come in 3 days, it was really fascinating. So those two scenarios, basically going to China and also seeing how economy can improve.
Being exposed.
Yes, being exposed, communicating. And I took, because I was now learning from these Taobao and other sites, Amazon. Yes, I published even a book on Amazon online. I never went to US. My books were coming. So that scenario really brought to me that it is possible to have an online presence and people can interact with, and the business can be done online. That's how we got Alipata now concept coming to the birth. Yeah.
You know, every success there are challenges.
Of course.
Would you love to share with us the day when things got tough and you were like, literally work? We really Alipata be the Alipata I wanted to be.
Okay.
So what challenges did you face?
Wow, that is a good question, and thank you for that. Yes, of course. I think number one challenge was, when you leave university, basically, even I wrote a book about that, Life Has No Universal Formula. The way it worked for me, for you, is not how it worked for the other one. And so we have ambitions. We think when you graduate, you rotate in the chair, you are boss, you can tie a tie, and But when I left China, of course, the idea was there, and I had some little savings, and then I knew I'm going to talk, because I had read those maybe pitch deck. Then you talk to investors, you go to the bank, and you get the money to do stuff. So when I came red hot and with Alipata, the concept, when I reached here, I think it was 2019, I tried to talk to people about the idea, and then people were asking me, are you bringing computers, bicycles, do you have physical products? I said, no, it's a concept which help people to buy and sell. So which are things that we're selling? Other people's products. Then other people's products, how do we get money? And it was confusion. People couldn't understand that Alipata is just a concept, it's a platform where these sellers come and put their stuff and then buyer buy from them. So we don't sell or buy, but we facilitate trade between these two parts. So people could not understand, and it was very, very tough for me because, you know, as life, you have to consume, you have to bring, spend.
Yes.
You know, good thing I was staying now with my sister, so I was not paying rent, but going then to get in the challenge number one now to develop a plan, because actually Alipata started on WhatsApp group because I tried the build of the website. They tell me like 6 months to begin. Me, I began with a group of WhatsApp of Alipata, and that's how we started. Then the challenge was now to get developers to develop the system, the platform, the website and stuff. I meet someone, I pay the money, the one I had actually, the real saving I give to someone. Then it took almost a year. Not a website, not anything was working. And I was very frustrated because I don't have another money and I don't have what. And the guy is serious, has ate the money and is there, my friend. And so I really had a little bit frustration, and also almost I was leaving too. I was like, I want to be very. So luckily, you know, I talked to friends and family people, then we contributed another money. Now that's how we met another developer, and then we had the system. And then when the system was there, we could talk to the sellers and buyers, and that's how now the formation of the company started. Another challenge probably was, basically was still the financial issue. Yes, financial issue. The money got over, the company is not.
You have spoken something about a group, like contributions.
Yes.
So is Alberta a one-founded person, or it's a group of people?
Oh wow, that's a good question. Basically, the concept is I'm the founder and the CEO of Alipata, but of course I have friends and family people who actually believe in the idea, and this is how actually it works. Basically, maybe you're a founder there and you want to start, you have an idea. You don't need to have your idea all alone, because the business actually, it's about connection. I normally tell people that I read the book, it says life is like selling. Every day we sell, and we sell our profiles to other people. So if you don't know how to approach other people, you may fail entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is talking to people, convincing people, putting them on your boat or your plane and move with you.
Talking about entrepreneurship, innovation is the heartbeat of entrepreneurship.
Yes.
What unique strategies or ideas have you set apart for your industry?
Well, I think our ideology, basically everything is run by ideology. Of course, it's because of that value, create value and monetize it. Then there is people, basically, you know, like, we don't do this business. Your motive is not about to make money. No, your motive should be solving problem. The money comes as a reward. So money comes as a reward. So that really lowered our expectation to say that you are going to business tomorrow, you become a billionaire. You get a point. So it was like.
Hello listeners, my name is Zunwena Tivenda, the founder of Zuni Agri-Consultancy Limited.
As we continue with Mr. Boerers from Alipata Company, we would like to know, let's take a sneak peek behind the curtain. What's your day life, or what are your hobbies, what are your do's, or your daily routine like?
Okay. Wow, yeah, it's really fascinating, as we also innovate, we also live, we are living,
Exactly.
we are living people, and it's a lot, it's charging and recharging. So that question you actually ask is like, how do you recharge yourself? Because sometimes a lot of stress. You're meeting some people, you're
Meeting new
what?
faces, questions from all over the world.
Yes, you are here, and again, as you are meeting people, then there are also problems you haven't solved. There, how to manage a team. So basically, the way I chill out is first of all, of course, is faith. I love faith. Tell him the troubles and also thank him for the little I am and what he has really done in my life. So that's how the beginning. So, and again, when you read the word of God, again, you get faith.
And strength.
And the strength in the spirit, because that respiration, they call respiting, rejuvenating, starts from the spirit man. And so I pray. At 5, I wake up at 5. At that time, maybe I go and have to 7, then I wake up. I pray. So I read the business book now, because I had already finished the devotion in the morning when I'm at home. So at the office, the first thing I do before I do anything is reading. Probably because I have also reading like a book a month. One book which is in business, in life, in what I'm fascinated about, and I'm also a writer, an author. So basically reading.
Talking about being a writer, most schools out there have clubs, like for example, Writers Club. So would you love to share your books or the titles of your books so as the viewers out there can,
Yeah, well, I write not for fun, because right now I really do things to see that the communities are empowered. Empowerment is my core thing. So I wrote a book called Life Has No Universal Formula. It is on Amazon. The copies that were around, they were over, so I had to pick them from Amazon US to here. It is expensive now to the market here, but I'm looking for the way to have it printed here, and then the copy could be maybe a little bit cheaper and affordable to people. So life, I don't have universal formula, the gist of life. Many things we think life is like this, but it's like this, or it is different from everyone. So life is not the same as you live the way I live. You have to figure out your life. And the gist of it is actually a spiritual thing, that inner soul. And you have to figure it with God and your person, and then you come up the purpose, and then you shape your life on that as a foundation. So then I have a novel called probably I'm going to get for, but it's called Loopholes. Loopholes. These are things even if you are so giant, there are things which can drain your life and put you down. So you have to know those things and how to handle that. So Loopholes, it's a novel which is already there. Now I'm writing another topic which I may not say here, but I'm writing a book which is about now innovations and how to help especially African young entrepreneurs and other people to actually advance in especially what I've learned and what I've learned from other people, and also other maybe knowledge in research to see that we can come up with knowledge. So that is reading and writing as a hobby. Then enjoying and relaxing on Saturday, maybe Saturday, Sunday. I am a man of football now. I like watching football. I don't play because sometimes you need to train, and which I don't have time. But I watch football and see clubs and what. But when I watch football, it's not also for fun. I like to see the mistakes people do. Especially prayer. One mistake leads a goal, and when they score you goal, you are one goal down. You get the point. But I also like the comebacks where the team is lead by 3-0 and the other one come and score 4. Yeah. That thing I like it so much. So I always tell my team, even if we are down 3-0, we can score 4. So the case is score a goal, because you see in life it's all about results. If you don't score a goal, you are not going to be anybody. You are going to lose. You're going to be in the last of those leagues. But if you score a goal, and how do you score a goal? You need people, a team. So the team has to be motivated and have to have the. So I watch football. I like traveling. Yeah, and the way I connect with nature, I connect with the vegetation, green. Yes, I green basins green. Not the other.
How comes the company shirt is not green?
No, this is now known to me.
Okay.
Companies and the whole identity on its own. I like red, which is maybe some of them, and white, but green then with blue, and because that green, which is like orange green something, it shows positive life. Like it gives me hope. Yeah, I'm really fun like that. Yeah, so I like green. And then I like maybe teaching and sharing about life. I like life. That's why I like to write a book about life. I found that I didn't get people to motivate me or to guide me. I made some mistakes, so I don't want those mistakes. Some people want to do them again. Yeah.
Mr. Boerers, Alip has made a very big impact onto your country and beyond.
Yeah, well, as I told you that we didn't start this company just for ourselves. It's for the people, community. Alipata for people to get what they want. And in that area, we are looking at maybe three things. One, of course, bringing a positive change in people's life. That now means number one, of course, the job. Yeah, people, I remember finishing university and look for jobs, and you don't get even at once. So people can get jobs because when you have these sellers, they grow, they can even hire other people. And that positive change also, because we are, when you look at the country now like Uganda, you look at manufacturing coming up with policies that are probably like let's manufacture, so we stop importation. Actually, the president normally call it hemorrhage, where we buy things and the money goes the other side. We import raw material and we buy the finished product. That thing has to stop, and that's why as Alipata, our ambition or the mandate is to empower African production and facilitate cross-border smart trade. So when we have them, as far as we are looking at factories to come up, there is a challenge which was not being solved or handled by government or other people. It's creating market. Yes, manufacturers are coming up, but there is no market for those things. So what is going to happen? These people are going to die after. They're going to lose motivation. You produce and you have things in your store. Nobody's buying. So that's where Alipata comes in. So the motivation is so that these products can get access to the buyers. Then people buy, and when people buy, the factories are going to grow actually, because it's about making revenue and impact. Then when there are people with money, when they see that things are moving, they are going to be inspired to start maybe produce like these chairs here. So they, instead of buying this one from Dubai or wherever, you can buy it from Uganda or Nigeria or Malawi. This is what we are looking at. The buying Uganda, build Uganda, and also buy Africa, build Africa. The money remain here. That's my really big core. And how to do that? Of course, there are three parties we are looking at. Of course, number one is, of course, youth. We believe that when you look at segment of Africa, we are like 1.4 billion people, but youth are like 70% of that population. So youth, many of them, they are at university, some of them they jobless, some of them they don't have capital. So they are actually marginalized, and there are many. So when you look at that, that's a big problem. Economy cannot thrive with that youth not in work. So what we are envisioning as Alipata is to see that these people can actually have what we call the transitioning from university to actually work. So in the view of supporting entrepreneurship, like these people, when you are at university, like if maybe you are at university, and so you can actually have a shop on Alipata. You don't need to have a product or capital. Just have a shop, and then we connect you to manufacturers, which you can get their product and sell to your community on WhatsApp group, on Facebook, within even a lecture room. At the end, when people buy, we trace that it is connected. We know that you are the one who referred that call, and then you get a commission. But at the end of the term or semester, you may have even a tuition paid. Then second people, so now that is bridging the youth which were not having jobs and now they are going to. At the end, when they graduate, they already know where to buy things. They already have their customers, so they can start their business. Secondly, women, because we are looking at, of course, human resource capital. And there are ladies at home, they are calling housewives. It's a big capital that is actually wasted. Here, they don't have capital. Some men don't allow their women to go out to work,
yes.
But they can be at home and create a shop on Alipata.
Online.
Buy things online. We bring them at their home and they sell using Alipata at their home. Looking at their families. So at the end, you find a lady is employed, self-employed at home, or she can weave or something or do anything, and they're actually making money at home. The case is we want to see that people have bread at their home, because I remember how we've grown up with parents, with trying to get tuition and living out. Only in the village was food, but when I came here, now I saw the town, how people struggle really to make two ends meet. So we want to be Alipata to be part of the struggle, and not being part of struggle to create struggle, but to solve the struggle. So it is an easy way of connecting and buyers and sellers. So the third part is SMEs, small medium enterprises. There are many businesses actually in Uganda, like if it's a million business, like 800,000, like 8,000 of them, or 800,000, like 80%, they are small enterprise businesses. But when you go to bank, they don't want to give them loan, they don't have securities, they don't have what. So they really have a lot of troubles. And they are the people who employ people, a lot of percentage. So what we do, that this business, when they register on our platform, we are going to do one to get their data of how they sell, they organize their data and stuff, so that you can know that this month I sold this amount, this year I sold this amount, already all in one place. So you can take this profile to go to the bank and get a loan. You get. Then also the major core of the business is marketing. You are reaching out to the buyers. So there's been a problem. This digital, you sit on the shop, maybe the problem of SMEs, like someone is, by then when I told you my life story, I used to buy things and then I go to Salama Road. You find someone has a very good, with maybe jacket of Itenje or something, shop, very, really good with tiles and everything. But he's waiting from morning to evening. No person has come to buy. There's no influx of buyers. At the end, 2 months you come, you find the person is no longer there. Was he having the idea? Yes. Was he having the capital? Yes. Was he having the goods? Yes. What was lacking? The market, the influx. So we can create now, that person create a platform on Alipata, and people buy from, they are in Nasasira, they are in Mbalala, they are in Gulu, Kenya, Tanzania, because we, as I said, we facilitate cross-border trade. Even Nigeria and even US people can buy from. We have people who sell craft on our platform, which actually which optimize your audience. You are 360 covered. People in Gulu, people in Arua, but also cross-border. Congolese will be buy from you, from Tanzania, from everywhere, and then we ship these things. So we ship from wherever you are. You don't need to go to look for the buyers. Buyers will find you there. When they buy, you don't need to worry where the things are going to go, how they are going to reach to customers. You've been maybe buying something and say, we don't deliver there. For us, we deliver there because we made a partnership with deliveries and things are delivered to that. So when you look at these 3 to 10 years and 20 years, because they are the people, as I told you, that they like 80%, they are SMEs and they employ like almost 80% of the people. So when we maximize them and optimize so that they can, our vision is to see that we can take like 1 million of these SMEs and they hire like 4 people. That is like 4 million jobs which can be created across Africa in 5 to 10 years. So that is the impact we are looking to have in the community.
Mr. Boerers,
Yes.
thank you for considering our invitation here at Founder's Dream.
Yes.
We really appreciate your presence.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, and I am honored to be here and sharing the little of my story. I hope to help many and again inspire the world to do better. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
There you have it all, Dream Chasers. We thank Mr. Nasasira Boerers for sharing his journey with us. Always don't forget to believe in yourself, keep your hopes high. You can make it. Always have that positivity in you that you can make it. Stay tuned with us here on CBM Voices, on CBM Television. Till next time, bye-bye.